Well, God bless you all. Happy Sunday, happy solemnity of the baptism of the Lord, and the last day of Christmas. At Jesus' baptism, the heavens were opened, and the Holy Spirit came down, covered him, filled the whole sky with its brilliance, and a voice from heaven, God spoke and said, "You are my beloved Son." It's a beautiful moment of identity and of mission when Jesus hears the voice of the Father and everyone knows who this one is. And then Jesus sets out on his mission to bring salvation, to bring the light of God into a world filled with darkness. And he was just the first of many. You and I have been baptized. And that means we have received new light from God. We have received new life, been filled with the Holy Spirit, and been sent on mission with Jesus. Have you ever met anyone who's died and who's come back to life? Or who's been really close to the edge of death? They're transformed. They're different people. And they're entirely grateful and happy about life. Trust me, I just met this guy a few days ago, a kid named Damien, who about 17 years old in the hospital, and he had survived a near brush with death. And he was the happiest. Trust me, this kid was all smiles. And I say, "Why are you smiling, Damien? Aren't you suffering here?" And he says, "This is like nothing." He had this experience, and it was profound. He had this experience where he had almost like a vision of God. He was kind of, I don't know if he was medicated or whatever. Okay, beside the point. He heard a voice saying, "I have chosen you, and I have made you a light, and I want you to bring my light to the world." Now, this is not just Damien. This is every one of us. Now, this happened just directly to Damien, but it put a smile on his face. He knows himself to be a child of God. He knows himself to be chosen for a mission to bring the light of God to the world. In our baptism, St. Paul says that we died with Christ and we have risen to new life. Like at the beginning of time when Adam was crafted and God breathed life into him, we have died with Jesus in those waters of baptism. We have drowned. And we come out of the waters receiving the new life, the Holy Spirit, being filled with the breath of God, and going about our life entirely different people. The church has, the priest, in the name of the church, consecrates the head of the child or adult who's being baptized, rubs their head with the chrism oil, and that symbolizes the presence of the Holy Spirit and the transformation of the person. And then we hand a candle and say, "You receive the light of Christ and bring it into the world." This is a great privilege that we share in the baptism of Jesus. We share in his identity as sons and daughters of God. We're filled with the Holy Spirit, and we have a mission in the world to bring Jesus. What a gift, what a joy. Happy feast to the baptism of the Lord. I hope you know that grace and that you live each day as if it was the day of your baptism.